Yeah, wow. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for being here for this. I know it's early, but who up calling the ambulance?
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Yes. As mentioned, I'm Helix. I normally run Super Monkey Ball, but this is another Sega game. It counts. Close enough. I have two people behind me here.
Hi, I'm Kobazco.
Hi, I'm Marxcie.
Yeah, so if you all ever saw that, that there was a clip going around the very social media platforms months ago of two EMTs wheeling a stretcher at like 80 miles an hour through city streets, that's this game. This is Emergency Call Ambulance. Don't say that too loud. I think we can just get into it. I will be playing as the EMTs wheeling the stretcher because it's funny and gives a better camera angle. So I'm gonna input a little code here, and there they are. All right, we can start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah!
We are watching the cutscenes, so I need to not skip these. Thank you all for donating for that. So you will see very quickly that the scale of things in this game is kind of ridiculous, and the low poly models just make it so entertaining. I like have no words for this, and then it like becomes like an anime almost. Just look at like the cuts.
In there.
Look at Rover.
Like
The dog came with. Yeah, he's part of the team.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
And that ambulance, we don't need it.
No, we don't. It's fine. It's fine. These people have like legs of steel. They're like that one character from like My Hero Academia, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know you
They're
haven't even
zooming.
watched that.
Okay, I do need to actually explain a bit of tech, and it is that I am shifting down from my highest gear, which is 4, back into 3, and then back up to 4 very quickly, and that lets me accelerate slightly faster. So that's cool. Flavor of Chicago, by the way. This all takes place in Chicago, and there's like a food festival going on. That's also what my shirt is that you can't see very well right now. So that's the thing. We drive faster when we drive on the road, so unless there are like obvious cuts or anything, we want to stay on the road. These cars will kind of move out of the way for me, but they're like not very, I mean...
It's accurate.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose it is accurate to Chicago.
What do you mean? Chicago isn't real, right, Marcy?
I don't... Where's Chicago?
It's like 6 miles. It's not,
figured
sorry,
Japan
not 6
just made it
miles.
up,
6-hour drive. Oh boy, it's early. I'm sorry. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, you might notice that timer at in the top right of the screen. That's how much time I have to get to the end, which we did just now. It's level 1 of 4. That timer, however, is also the patient's health. So if I crash, that timer goes down faster. This means I have to drive not only quickly, but precisely. This game is actually really hard, especially the last 2 tracks.
Don't skip.
Yes, thank you. So here is the second cutscene, the second case, if you will.
We're gonna escalate.
Yes, quite quickly, actually. This is Edward. No.
Reasonable solution.
Wow.
All right. I can't believe Edward is dead. Well, I guess not yet. Hopefully not at all.
No, the whole point is that he won't be.
So
Unless I mess up horribly. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So we need to get out of this parking garage. And here's where I clean up things that I didn't mention. What things did I not mention? I don't... This is going by so fast, and this game is so funny.
I got one. The levels in this game have a persistent story starting from this level.
Yes, everything actually, not only does this all take place in Chicago, it all takes place on the same day.
And you can
so Chicago's going through it tonight.
You can see parts of other levels in all of the levels in this game.
Yeah, there's also like, things will just increasingly start happening during these levels. Like there's a police chase going on right now.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and I actually have to go onto the sidewalk here because that car's gonna spin out. I have to weave through some buildings here. This is actually kind of a tricky section. I'm gonna just tap ever so slightly on the brake. Wow, that was really clean.
Oh my.
And here is where the game just kind of starts throwing things at you.
Literally.
Like, yeah, watch out for that. There's going to be a car on my left. There's no way to know that's coming unless you've played this game before.
It is an arcade game.
It is an arcade game.
You haven't mentioned that. This is like...
Yes, arcade game from 1999 developed by Sega.
Yep.
All right, there's level 2. Soon come the levels I'm actually worried about. I do have backup saves, and my estimate accounts for a couple of retries, so we'll be all right.
Things are getting funnier.
Yes. Third case, fire.
Ooh, fire.
That's not a good thing in this case, at least not for the residents of Chicago.
No.
It's a hotel. I guess they're not residents, most likely. Oh, things are falling. Uh-oh. Yeah. It's just suddenly, oh, she's pregnant.
That's the real issue here.
She played
The look on your face. I can't with the models. Thank you for donating for the cutscenes. It was worthwhile. I just completely lost my monitor feed, so I'm gonna play off the other one. It's back. All right.
We're good. We're good. Insane. You didn't need it.
I guess not. I guess I didn't need it.
So I don't know if it's in this level, but like I said, there's a persistent story. So like the police chase is like still going on and will affect these levels.
Yes, it's fascinating. This is actually a somewhat technical level. There's some really difficult turns here. That was one of them. There's another one coming up right here that I need to just tap on the brake for. That's fine. Hitting that pole is like not a huge deal. You did see it took away a little bit of my health, but it's not too bad.
Why is Chicago burning down? Where'd the fire come from?
We don't need to know that.
Everything's on fire.
Like I said, they're having a bad day.
All you need to know is that
We're gonna go through the fire right now.
This woman, we need to get to the hospital.
She's pregnant.
It's
I
important.
need to get to the right here. Okay. Yeah, that car is
Yeah, that's the police station.
Yeah, they're gone. I don't.
Voted.
Look, the stretcher isn't for them. I'm sorry. I have a job to do.
Does the stretcher also give you a smaller hurt box? I think it probably
I don't think so.
No?
That'd be really funny if it did, though. There's level 3, and then final one is next.
This cutscene just needs to speak for itself.
Yes, this cutscene is something else. Flashing lights warning coming up, by the way, for this level. There's lightning, and it flashes the screen.
Lake Michigan.
A presidential plane of a certain country. We're not going to specify which one. It's just a certain country. He's so happy. Look at him. He's so happy.
Head first. They're alive, by the way.
Hey, the wife is fine. She is perfectly fine from that.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
All right, so we got to take the president to the military hospital. We're getting a police escort. This means there's no traffic. Thank goodness. This level is still hard. It's just very tight timing-wise. I actually don't know that automatic can even do this. That's why I'm playing on manual, so I can switch gears manually. If you're playing on automatic, you have a speed cap. It's dumb. He's loving this, actually, by the way. Look at that giant smile on his face.
And yeah, Chicago is having like the biggest natural disaster in like American history right now.
Yeah, they're in a thunderstorm. There's a fire. There's
like
car crashes.
Missiles?
There's police chases. I don't know where these missiles are coming from, by the way.
I think it's implied it's the police escort to help you get there faster.
That's one heck of a police escort.
Yeah, I don't know. You see it at the end of the level.
All right, then. But yeah, with this, actually, we're kind of just mostly driving for a bit once we go off this jump. So Prolix, if you have time for like probably 1 or 2 donos.
Okay, I'll do my best. Here's Camo Miles with a $10 donation saying, "Good morning, GDQ." The coffee emoji. Always lovely to see Helix on the big stage. I just have one question. Why do they call it emergency call ambulance when you call the emergency ambulance emergency call the 2 people running a stretcher through Chicago? Also,
Real.
trans rights.
Trans rights.
That's right.
Thank you,
That's
Mark.
right.
Yeah, you got time for probably 1 more.
Yes, all right, $25 from I Swim Fly saying, "Do not Google this game's name." So happy this
Unless you
silly
need it.
clock. Love from the back couch and enjoy the flavor of Chicago.
More missiles.
You can Google it. I would just recommend putting like a Sega or game or arcade at the end of your query.
Yeah, so like the missiles are destroying the blockade, so I imagine it's from the military.
Yeah, probably. Time is coming up relatively soon, by the way, hopefully in like 10 or so seconds. This is the final turn. Time is going to be, I believe the screen fades to white. It'll be really funny if I'm wrong and it fades to black, but I think it fades to white.
More missiles.
Yeah, what are these rocks even doing here? What's going on? And time.
Yeah.
That actually went really well. I'm very
We
glad.
still have like a cutscene
Yes,
or two.
we're not done. We still have a cutscene to watch. There's the final cutscene. It's kind of like 2 cutscenes, sort of. He's still giant smile on his face. He's really happy.
Where does clothes go?
Good question.
They
Bye.
got to trade him. They don't need him. So, okay, I know this is silly block. I need to take an actual serious moment here. The upcoming cutscene involves the first responders actually getting recognized for their life-saving work. And so I want to take a moment to recognize all the first responders out there and, of course, also MSF for all the life-saving work that they provide. Can we get a round of applause for all of them?
Yeah, well,
Just incredibly life-saving work. The importance cannot be overstated. And now back to laughing at the models. The dog's there. Yep. The way they make him smile. Oh, they had triplets. Yeah, she had triplets.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
The medals say Sega on them.
Of course they do.
And that's the game. Thank you all for watching this, for meeting the incentive for the cutscenes. Some quick shout outs on my end. First, some people who are very close to me. Elena, of course. Vivi, Miles, Matt, Tony, you all know who you are. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you just for being great friends, great people. Oh boy, shout out to Midwest Speed Fest. Shout out to GDQ Hotfix. I am hosting a GDQ Hotfix special with Limey the weekend after GDQ ends to celebrate International Non-Binary Peoples Day. Please make sure you check that out. If you want to find me, I am on Blue Sky at helix.midwestspeedfest.social. I'm on YouTube and Twitch at helix13_. Normally I speedrun Super Monkey Ball, which is a completely different Sega game, and lately I've been playing Mario Kart World, which you can see me on the couch for on a Saturday evening, which is a completely different driving game. I think that's all I got. This was an absolute blur, and it was awesome for my first Silly Block run. Really quick, I also want to thank Prolix, because I believe, Prolix, you were my first host all way back in my first GDQ run at AGDQ 2020. So
awesome.
it's awesome to have you here again. Thank you for helping us through our ambulance trip, I guess.
You bet. It was a pleasure.
Any really quick messages from you all?
All I have to say is play my game Mariomon.
Real. Vouch.
Vouch.
You got anything, Marcy?
Y'all enjoy the rest of Silly Block, and let's keep raising money for Medicine Sans Frontiers.
All right.
Woo!
I'm out of here. Trans rights.
Trans rights.